Futuregrowth Asset Management has linked up with construction services and funding organisation Nurcha to provide bridging finance and support to small and emerging contractors. This will be done through a R200 million funding partnership. Joining us from our Cape Town studio to tell us more is Paul Semple. He's credit analyst at Futuregrowth. Paul, good afternoon. Thanks for coming onto the programme.
Hi, good afternoon, Stephen. It's a pleasure.
Well, Paul, perhaps starting with that R200 million in funding, who's putting that forward? Is that yourself, or will Nurcha also contribute to that?
Nurcha will contribute to that as well. They're providing approximately 30% of that funding, and Futuregrowth, on behalf of its clients, its pension fund clients, will provide the other 70%.
Now, the funding is aimed at small and emerging contractors who've already won tenders for infrastructure or community projects like police stations, schools, clinics, etc. So this is really just bridging finance, isn't it, until the money starts to roll in from those contracts?
Correct. Yeah, often contractors battle to get started. They don't have the working capital to get going, and often they struggle to find this working capital from traditional banking institutions. So Nurcha, in partnership with Futuregrowth, provides us as a way to get started and then to maintain the contract throughout its life.
Are we really just looking at quite short-term finance in that case?
Yeah, it's rolling finance, if you want to call it that, Stephen, because, as you say, the money is coming in from government on a regular basis, but continuously the contractor is needing to pay out and service its suppliers and so on.
How long do you envisage this facility being made open for?
Well, the facility's got a 5-year term, and we'll reassess it at the end of 4 years, and either roll it for a further 5 years or wind it down. But so far, every intention of ours is to roll it and to keep it going.
So if you're really looking at R200 million of short-term funding rolling around, then it really is getting to a much wider place, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this just helps us to partner with contractors, and by doing that, the benefits of government spend is spread across a much wider universe than just the big contractors.
Of course, this is investors' money that you're using for this. What sort of returns will you be getting on this finance? Will it be market-related returns, perhaps similar to infrastructure bonds?
Absolutely, yeah. It will be risk-adjusted returns, so very much in line with the market, but taking into account the risk aspect of this finance. We have structured our deal in such a way, though, that we monitor the risks on a constant basis, and we've got certain protections and controls in place to protect our clients' money.
Why can't these contractors just go to the bank to get bridging finance? Surely if you have a contract in hand, a bank will be quite willing to lend you money, or are credit conditions still too tight for that?
Yeah, it's a combination of credit conditions being tight, but it's also perhaps the nature of the contracts which are awarded to small and emerging contractors, and often they don't have the necessary track record to present to a bank. And this is really where Nurcha comes in. They've got the expertise to basically partner a contractor and oversee their work and assist them.
So you're not just lending the money, you're also going to be taking an active role in managing the contract for those contractors.
Absolutely, and that's really where our main protection comes in, is through Nurcha's on-the-ground involvement with the contractors, overseeing the progress of the contract, helping them to budget, to collect from government.
Have you already started extending any of this finance? Who's coming forward? What sort of demand are you seeing?
We're seeing a lot of demand. We're looking at approximately 8 loans to contractors per month. And we're looking to probably do up to 200-300 contracts over the life of our finance.
And what size would these contracts be, do you think?
The contracts themselves are probably in the region of 50 to 100 million rand, but obviously the working capital is a lot less than that. So we're probably looking at deals of around 20 to 30 million working capital.
Just maybe expand on your relationship with Nurcha, because you have known them since 1996, but this is perhaps a step change in the relationship you have with Nurcha, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, we've had once-off deals. We've partnered Nurcha with once-off deals in the past, where Futuregrowth has provided the funding, and we've asked Nurcha to basically oversee the progress of the contract. But this is the first formal relationship where we're entering into on a long-term basis with Nurcha, with a specific facility that will be deployed.